So I wanted to briefly go over something that I think is a strength of CHG over at zchg.org. The price of CHG has actually remained quite healthy. Now, I'll be frank, our volume is low, and that is a weakness of ours that we are working on. But we've kept the price high, and you know, there's a lot of altcoins out there, they call them dust coins now, that just sort of spent their money on marketing to get a bunch of investors and disappeared. Now, we're not a security, but you can put your hard-earned shillings toward this project to help us out. So while it might appear as though with the volume being so low that nothing's been going on over at zchg.org, the reality is we've maintained the price above 21 cents, which was the price you could have gotten it for some time now. Head on over to CoinGecko and you can see our all-time low beside our all-time high. Not unlike Bitcoin, you could have really capitalized if you had found yourself acquiring some CHG 4 years ago, and you could have sold and made quite a bit of profit at that time if you did so choose at the top. And so you can see, I also like to look at the log chart. I think that's underrated. The log chart, it's even more stable looking. And so a lot of those coins that are now defunct, which I had foretold, if you look at my previous posts, those are now gone. And CHG is still hard at work. If you look at our forums over at zchg.org, you can see that we've been quite busy in spite of the perceived lack of interest from our constituents. And I think that's going to change. You know, it's not going to happen right away, but I do think it's going to change. And I'll tell you what, let's look at some reasons why the price might not be even higher than it is today, and the volume especially might not be as high. Can you look over here? I want you to check out this post. You can search for it on our forums by just typing the word manipulated in the search box over here. You know, just type that word manipulated. Also, distributed is the other word I'd like you to type to open that one up. But you can see over the years, and I pointed people out to this several years ago, it's continued to go on, whereby, and the reason I don't like CoinMarketCap is they are more or less completely betraying non-censorship, or they are engaging and actively in censoring our tiny little project. Which, why would they need to censor such a little project? That's my question. Why would they need to censor us at all if we're so small? That should be something that you'd think about. You know, you'd think somebody so small shouldn't have a problem getting the attention of just what we're worth being shown to others. But for some reason it seems like they're afraid of us being known about. And the same thing with the gecko. The gecko's guilty too. And you can see, for example, a coin like Hex is never going to be able to get higher than on the gecko on CoinMarketCap rank 201, even though Hex clearly has dominance in terms of, what is that ranking? Probably the market cap. Don't quote me on that. Probably the market cap. There's clearly censorship going on. If you're not part of that establishment, then you're going to struggle. And we've experienced the same thing. You know, our rank back then at 75 cents. They're doing some kind of weighted average where they're knocking down legitimate little projects. Well, you can see my rank now. They're knocking down legitimate little projects while they're allowing establishment type of projects to be fully non-censored. And all we're looking for is a level playing field. But all I'm looking for today is for you, yes you, to head on over to Mercatalks. There's the best link. There's where you can get the deal. But this one also, pretty simple to type in. Make sure you spell Mercatalks right. You can get a deal on that CHG, which is way, way up from our all-time low, and has steadily maintained a constant of higher than our 21-cent ICO. So look at that disparity between the gecko just today, which is the 15th of January 2023, and CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is clearly censoring, even worse than the gecko, our price, our rank, etc., etc., etc. And so, but that doesn't affect you. This is what affects me the most, is just you. If you can head over to this link especially and apply some of those hard-earned shillings, you can see there's a deal on Bitcoin right now. Apply some of those hard-earned shillings toward this little project, which is unlike those ghost coins or those dust coins, maintained a price over and above that 21 cents, and that's no accident. Now, I encourage you to read this post, everyone who's paying attention, which is on our zchg.org forum, and it talks about what's going on with that, with the censorship as well as establishment more or less keeping the little coins in check and how they're doing it. That gentleman, Alan Watt, I encourage you to research too if you like to know what's really going on with the world. So the censorship has been real, but the antidote to the censorship really is you guys. Head on over to zchg.org, head on over to mercatalks.com/exchange/chg/BTC and find out for yourself what it's like to possess a little bit of that CHG, which is not going to disappear if I have anything to say about it. We're going to continue to honor you who are helping us to grow. And in turn, I would expect the same thing from you. Continue to accrue a little bit of that CHG. So head on over to zchg.org, find out what I'm talking about, find out what we've been doing, and we'll see you there, zchg.org. My name's Joseph. I'm the founder and owner of zchg.org, and I'll see you soon.